Deep. Morning, Lois.
Good morning, Jenice. Good morning to all of you.
Everyone, yes.
We're excited to be here this Monday.
Happy Monday.
And we're going to talk about mercy today. I was thinking about that, and I looked up the definition, which is actually pretty unique. It says compassion or forgiveness shown towards someone who it is within one's power to punish or harm.
Wow.
And I got to thinking about that in relation to myself, because we tend to be probably more judgmental with ourselves than we are with anyone else.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I can punish myself better than I can a lot of other people. Jenice, what do you think about that specifically?
That specifically is pretty deep, pretty powerful process in that, yes, I tend to set high standards for myself too. So I understand exactly the point that you're trying to make here. And the analogy that I can bring from that is that when you ask a child what punishment they should get when they've done something wrong and they know they've done something wrong, you've asked them not to do it and they went ahead and did it anyway, and now they're in trouble. And then you ask them what punishment they should give themselves. They usually give themselves a harsher punishment than you probably would have given them, right? So we tend to, for ourselves, set the bar so high in terms of what we need to do and how we deal with ourselves and how we show up for ourselves. And sometimes we just need to give ourselves a little grace, so that when we give ourselves a little grace, then it's in turn, we can then turn around and give others grace. And I'm thinking also on a spiritual level too, when we're talking about giving ourselves grace, like our higher power gives us grace, that we need to be able to follow that so that we can be more balanced in how we are with ourselves and give ourselves some mercy sometimes, but be more forgiving of ourselves, so that we then in turn can be more forgiving and accommodating with others. That's pretty deep, the topic today, because sometimes we do need to give ourselves a little bit more mercy and a little bit more grace than we give ourselves, because we're human. We have human failings. We have human deficiencies. We have human things that we are not necessarily the greatest in. And we have to have a little bit more mercy on who we are and what we can do, so that we can have mercy on other folks. So that's pretty important.
Yeah, we tend to treat others like we treat ourselves. We are practicing really with ourselves to treat others either well or not. And I think it's important. That's the benefit of self-care. Yeah. There's this kind of back and forth in certain circles that you either take care of yourself first and then you will take care of others well, or you need to give up your life for others. And
yeah,
it's hard to really take care of others well if you're not fully present and really taking care of what it is you need.
Wow.
For example, if I'm tired and haven't had a nap and am fully depleted, I'm not going to be there and able to take care of my kids in the in the proper way.
Yeah.
I'll be able to function and to a certain extent, but someone else is going to have to step in.
Yeah.
So
So not being fully present, then if you haven't taken care of you, then you can't be fully present for them.
yeah. So I think part of just being realistic with yourself and not being beating yourself up for those things, but
Yeah.
allowing space and saying, this is what I need, and
Mhm.
letting those things happen, and then allowing yourself to thrive so
Wow.
that you can be there for other people.
Got it. So allowing yourself sometimes to have the time that you need to get what you need, or to refill, or to recharge, or to replenish yourself. And then you can be there, fully present, 100% for others. That's, yeah.
Do you ever feel like there's demand for that not to happen in your life?
Like you don't have the time, you mean, or you don't have.
Like you don't have the time or space, or your job, or your friends, or your loved
Yeah.
ones, or however it happens, there's need for that to not be
Yeah.
the case.
Yeah. Sometimes it's with so much things going on in our lives and so many things that we feel that we need to be responsible for. It kind of gets to be, your schedule gets over full, or your mind gets over full, or your plate gets over full, and it's overwhelmed. And so you feel like I don't have the time. I've got to do this. I've got to do that. I've got to take care of this person, take care of that person, and take care of me, and take care of everything. And so it's sometimes you just need to. We talked about order some time ago, and I think this kind of takes a page from that book, where you have a little order in your life, or make sure that you prioritize the things that are important to you in your life. Take care of those things, and then everything else will take care of itself. It's just, things will fall into place. And those things that you don't get to, it's like, again, giving yourself the mercy and the grace to say, you know what, I couldn't get to that today, but there's always tomorrow. And being able to prioritize the next day and maybe get that done first. But if you do that, then you don't get that sense of, I need to get it all done, and I need to get it all done, and I'm frazzled and overwhelmed, that you now have a plan of how to get those things completed, because you've got a little order, and you've given yourself a little grace and a little mercy in that, you know what, you can't get it all done. You're not Superwoman, even though you think you are. You're human, as a matter of fact. So give yourself some space to air, and then go forward from there. So I think, yeah.
Part of that, I think, for me, has been not punishing myself for what I perceive to be a success moving forward. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Or what I perceive to be something that I need to do, or something that I want to achieve, or a dream that I may have, or something that needs to get done, because there's a list,
That you're checking off things.
that I'm checking, there's
Yeah.
a lineup of things that needs to get done, and I cannot do all of it all at once.
Yeah.
If I were even 10 people, I might not be able to do it all, because the list in my mind is so much bigger
Yeah.
than what one person can do all at once.
Yeah.
And realistically, maybe it's not possible in my lifetime. I don't know. I have a lot in there, but
Yeah.
to just be able to move one thing at a time and get it done, and really rejoice in that and do it well.
Yeah. Yeah. I think also too, with what you're just saying, that doing what you just said gives you the opportunity to then have whatever's supposed to come up next for you. Maybe it will be in the universe for things to kind of then line up, as opposed to you having to figure it out all the time, as opposed to having to, okay, what's next? Maybe just letting things happen organically, because when you are following your promptings, or when you're following your purpose and his will, then he lines things up. He helps you. He's told you not to take everything on, that there are forces and there's spiritual things out there, and there's things out there that will help you or move into your line of sight and path to help you along your way. And you just need to allow that to happen. You need to allow that to happen, because you're not all powerful, and you're not Superwoman, and you're not meant to do it all. So some things will come to you. Once one thing is completed, something will come up that'll be like, okay, that's important to do. Maybe that needs to be next. You know, it doesn't have to be that you have to will things to happen the way you want them to happen, or you need to come through this list and check every single one of those boxes. That what's important will then come to the surface, or happen, or evolve the way it needs to happen, and just allowing that to happen. You know.
Oh, and that's what makes it fun, right?
That's what
when
makes
it becomes fun, and you see a whole thing unfold before you, and it's not you.
Yes, exactly.
You just
And then
get
you
to
can actually just enjoy
enjoy it.
the
Yes.
aura of that, and the spontaneity of that, and the fun of that, and the discovery of that. That's just like, wow. It's like a kid in a candy store, or reading a new book that they just got. They're just like eager to get to the next page, because they don't know what's going to come next, right? And when they open that candy, how it's going to taste and what it's going to look like, and they're just eager. So that's how we need to be. We need to be
You
able
just
to
walk
be,
in, and there it is.
yeah, and there it is, and let it happen. So I think that's a really, really interesting thing for us to take a look at today, in terms of giving yourself some mercy to let things be, and let things be as they be, right? You don't have to always necessarily will things. So take a look at that in your own lives and in yourself, and give yourself some grace, give yourself some mercy, give yourself some time to enjoy what happens in the moment, and enjoy that in the moment. So, yeah. So thank you for being here today, everyone. I just wanted to also remind you that you should check out Lois at As We Go, Lois at As We Go, and also going to go ahead again and put the information in the comments for you to be able to reach her, and to be able to also check out her book, Uncovered. And we will be around again next time, same station. So have a great week. Have a wonderful Monday.
Talk soon.
Talk soon. Bye for now.